to the deficit. Tell Senator Simon to stand up to the special interests. No $30 billion GATT budget buster. Send Senator Simon an urgent telegram now.
It's the Test Drive Show with Brian O'Callaghan. Today, Michael Jordan in the Chevy Blazer.
So, Michael, what do you think about the new design?
Brian, I love it. You know, Blazer and I go back a long way. It's like we're growing up together.
And you've both gone through a lot of changes lately. The Blazer's been totally redesigned from the inside out. And you had a career change?
Yeah, I'm playing baseball now.
Baseball. Baseball.
America's pastime?
Oh, yes. I remember now. Right.
Police hunt down armed and dangerous carjackers.
Freeze right there!
On the next Cops.
Tonight at 10:30 on Fox 32.
Two days after his murder, Jeffrey Dahmer's parents settle a fight over his remains and speak out about how God will judge their son. Plus, Power Rangers. They are the hottest thing going this Christmas, and we've got the scoop on which toy stores have them and when they're getting more. And is there a fountain of youth? Tonight, we'll tell you how you can stay young without even trying. Good evening. I'm Walter Jacobson.
And I'm Robin Robinson. Topping our news tonight, tipping the scales. It's a problem a whole lot of people face. But tonight, there may be hope for those who fight the battle of the bulge. Here's Maurice Dubois with details. Maurice?
Robin, tonight we could be one step closer to answering that age-old question. Do you get fat because you eat too much or because you're simply born to be wide? Well, researchers say they're closer to finding that answer. If you've been tipping the scales or battling the bulge, tonight there's a good reason to take heart.
This is an enormous breakthrough. It's the first time that somebody has actually shown that obesity is caused by a genetic abnormality.
The big breakthrough came at New York's Rockefeller University. Researchers isolated a gene in mice for food intake. If their genes are normal, the mice stop eating when they've had enough. But with abnormal genes, they overeat, even if they're full. And over time, they get fat. Researchers think they found a similar gene in humans.
There's good reason to believe that some subset of obesity is hereditable.
That could mean getting fat isn't your fault.
We've been struggling with weight for most of us all of our lifetimes, and if there's a genetic cause, it certainly is. We applaud it.
I think someone scientific is coming up with the research boggles the mind, and I hope they find it, and soon.
But not so fast, doctors say. Mice may have one gene regulating food intake, but humans appear to have several.
This, I believe, is not the end of the search. It's the beginning of the search.
All of which means it's not time to rejoice just yet. It took researchers 40 years to verify that this abnormal gene exists. Who knows how long it'll take them to come up with medication to try to fix it. Walter?
Thank you, Maurice. The last will and testament of Jeffrey Dahmer shows that he wanted his death to be very different from his life. In other words, quiet, without all those headlines. His father and stepmother arrived in Madison, Wisconsin today to make funeral arrangements. He was murdered in prison, as you know, on Monday. Our Dane Placco now has the latest.
As painful as it will be, I must see him one final time. I need to say goodbye.
Sherry and Lionel Dahmer arrived in Madison to shed some tears for the serial killer no one else will cry for.
We just want this handled with dignity, as much quietness as we can, and we want to give Jeff his final wish, which is to go out of this world as quietly as possible.
The Dahmers are making funeral arrangements for the man who killed 17 people, then was beaten to death along with another convicted killer as they cleaned a washroom at this Wisconsin prison on Monday. 25-year-old Christopher Scarver, who told psychologists he hates white people, is expected to be charged in those murders. But a Milwaukee private investigator tells Fox News he believes Scarver may have had some inside help.
I think there's a lot more that has to be checked into. There are a lot of unanswered questions, and these questions are going to be answered.
Just after he was baptized in prison last spring, Dahmer wrote a will in which he says, quote, "I thank the Lord Jesus Christ for saving me. I am promised forgiveness of sins and eternal life with him in heaven." Dahmer's will also demands that there be no autopsy, no funeral, no headstone, and that his body be cremated as soon as possible. Dahmer's parents today also agreed to divide his ashes after cremation, avoiding a threatened fight between his father and ex-wife over who gets the remains.
We're headed towards a peaceful resolution.
We should learn much more about how and why Jeffrey Dahmer and Jesse Anderson were killed tomorrow. That's when the district attorney and sheriff of Columbia County will hold a joint news conference to discuss the latest findings of their investigation. In Milwaukee, Dane Placco, Fox News, Chicago.
To add this, Dane, because the will asks that Dahmer be cremated, there is little chance that scientists will be able to remove his brain for analysis.
And Dahmer's killing turns into a double murder. The other inmate beaten along with Jeffrey Dahmer during Monday's prison attack died from his injuries this morning. 32-year-old Jesse Anderson had been in critical condition from the beating. Anderson was serving a life sentence for killing his wife, Barbara Lynch. Tonight, her brothers say they are relieved to be closing a brutal chapter in their lives.
There's that little evil part of everybody that says, you know, we want our revenge, but I think after really thinking about it, nobody wanted to see this happen. You know, the criminal justice system put him where he belonged for the crime that he committed, and he should have stayed there and done this time like anybody else that is arrested and convicted of a crime.
Jesse Anderson's murder case stirred racial tensions in Milwaukee because he had originally blamed two black men for killing his wife.
It certainly must be fair to say tonight that there are very few people truly sorry that Dahmer is dead, but there is one person we can talk about, a New Jersey woman who was Dahmer's pen pal. For about 2 years, Deborah, who refuses to give her last name, got to know Jeffrey Dahmer through dozens of letters, many of which were very personal. Dahmer trying to come to terms with his bloody crimes.
I'm not going to judge him. I believe from things he had written to me that he was very, very sorry for the crimes he committed. I'm really happy that you're at peace, finally.
The last letter she received from Dahmer came just last week. It was a Thanksgiving card sending her all of his love.
1 month after American Eagle Flight 4184 crashed in northwest Indiana, some of the airline's pilots are refusing to fly similar planes during icy weather. And as a result, American Eagle says it has had to cancel 14 commuter flights from O'Hare Airport. The pilots are demanding more weather information before takeoff, and some of the pilots have been passing out flyers at O'Hare warning passengers about potential problems. American Eagle officials are denying the allegations.
American Eagle would not ask a pilot to operate an aircraft in an unsafe weather condition, nor would American Eagle want to dispatch an aircraft in an unsafe weather condition.
Since the crash, the Federal Aviation Administration has modified safety rules for commuter planes in an attempt to minimize in-flight icing problems. Elsewhere at O'Hare, a brace gave way on a cargo plane, tipping the aircraft on its tail. Sliding cargo pinned a worker, breaking his ankle. Well, those are the only injuries, and the cause is under investigation.
A money story tonight. Business travelers who pick up those frequent flyer miles on company time soon may be out of that luck. More and more now, businesses are claiming those miles for their own use. In fact, there is a new survey out finding 1 company in 3 has now ended the practice of allowing the employees to keep the mileage as a fringe benefit. The reason? The bottom line. It saves the company money. Time for a break, and there is much more news ahead on Fox News Chicago, including a live report on a mysterious triple murder.
Also, a war of words between O.J. Simpson's attorney and his ex-wife's sister. We'll tell you what has Denise Brown furious now.
And tonight, Powerball fever is gripping Indiana and Wisconsin. The lines are long for a chance to win $95 million.
Also, the Fountain of Youth. Scientists are working on making the fantasy a reality. Coming up, a special report on staying forever young.
I'm Amy Scott, live at the Park West for the Christmas is for Kids rock and roll charity auction tonight. We're going to tell you how much that Melrose Place autographed script went for. Coming up on Fox News.
Fox News Chicago is brought to you in part by Ulta 3 Cosmetics.
Have you ever wanted to escape to a place where nothing else mattered, if only for a short while? This sense of freedom isn't anything you can put your hands on and touch, but a feeling that you've managed to leave the world behind. Just you. Maybe you've never been, but you'll recognize it when you get there. Escape to a place where beauty products cost less, a store called Ulta 3.
Come to Carson Peary Scott's two-day fine jewelry sale. Friday and Saturday, save 50% on our entire stock of diamonds, colored stones, 14-karat gold, and cultured pearl jewelry. This 1-carat diamond band, now $999. This sapphire and diamond ring, now $799. And this 14-karat gold bracelet, now $399. At Carson Peary Scott's two-day fine jewelry sale, Friday and Saturday.
Coming up on Fox News, we'll go to a Powerball ticket line where someone could win $95 million. Unless you've got the winning ticket. Stay tuned.
The lame duck Congress is about to vote on a bad deal called the GATT World Trade Organization. The GATT WTO will subject our health, safety, and environmental laws to the power of foreign bureaucrats meeting in secret. It will let any two dictatorships outvote us. The GATT deal is fat with pork payoffs, and it will bust the federal budget by billions. The GATT damages our democracy, sovereignty, and economy. Tell your senator to stop the GATT now. The vote is December 1st. Call your senator today.
Why does the Volvo 850 have front-wheel drive, traction control, anti-lock brakes, and a special winter drive mode? To help ensure that you won't be walking in a winter wonderland.
The brutal stabbing of 3 elderly people has rocked a Southside neighborhood, which is known as Chatham, and police there tonight are still stumped for clues. Our Lilia Chacon has more on the mysterious triple slaying. She's at Area 2 Police Headquarters. Lilia?
Yes, Walter, 3 people are dead, and so far police have no suspect, no motive, and no evidence that anything was taken from the home. 93-year-old Augusta Smith was the kind of woman that her neighbors in Chatham called sweetheart. Today, one of those neighbors knew something was terribly wrong when she went to knock on Smith's door and got no answer.
I ran and I knocked on the officer's door, and I just kept on knocking. And I just feel bad about it.
She loved to play cards and go to church every Sunday.
93-year-old Augusta Smith was enjoying a game of cards with 2 friends when someone managed to get inside and for no apparent reason stabbed them to death.
The inside of the house has not been ransacked. It has been disturbed as a result of the victims falling, a couple of chairs broken. There are no drawers, anything turned out inside out.
Police believe that sometime on Monday, Smith and 2 friends, 73-year-old Earl Collins and 70-year-old Ellen Roundtree, were stabbed to death in Smith's living room. Investigators say Smith suffered a number of wounds on her arms as she attempted to fend off the attack. Roundtree apparently tried to get away. She was found in the hallway. Whoever killed them didn't have to break in. The back gate was still padlocked. The front door still had keys in it. And although Smith had lived alone since her husband died 5 years ago, her nephew, Tim Hall, had recently been staying with her.
The nephew of the owner of this premise, Miss Augustine Smith, said he returned home here today after being away a couple of days. And upon entering, he discovered the bodies. There are 3 bodies inside.
A lot of older, retired folks live in the Chatham neighborhood. They usually look out for each other. Tonight, they are even more watchful. In the meantime, detectives upstairs are still talking to the nephew, Timothy Hall, and to his father, and they're exploring the possibility that there might have been a 4th person playing cards 2 days ago. Reporting live from Area 2 Police Headquarters, I'm Lilia Chacon, Fox News, Chicago. Walter?
Okay, Lilia, thank you. And in California tonight, a war of words between O.J. Simpson's attorneys and the family of Nicole Brown Simpson. Last week, you may recall, Denise Brown came out and accused O.J. of killing her sister. The verbal barrages escalated when defense attorney Robert Shapiro said that he's forgiven the Brown family for prejudging O.J. Well, last night, Brown went back on television to say that she is fighting mad with Shapiro. She again said O.J. constantly threatened her sister.
I always said that if I ever see you with somebody, I'm going to kill you.
Denise says she believes that O.J. carried out his threats against Nicole.
An explosion at a transformer in Des Plaines today knocks power out for some 20,000 ComEd customers in the area. It all happened shortly after 11 o'clock this morning when a ComEd work crew accidentally severed an underground power line, causing a power surge and then a fire in 2 transformers. The resulting power outage knocked out street lights into flames and tied up traffic for some 2 hours. ComEd says a lot of customers around Chicago might have noticed a flicker or even a brownout.
Well, the electrical system has backup after backup, which allows itself to correct for voltage variations. And it corrected itself within a matter of seconds. People throughout our service territory might have seen momentary voltage sags.
One ComEd employee was slightly injured in the incident. He was treated and released at Holy Family Hospital. No explanation from ComEd tonight on why one of its own work crews severed an underground line that it should have known was there. There is tragedy once more aboard the Italian cruise ship Achille Lauro. 2 people are dead. 1 is missing following a major fire that ripped through that vessel. Hundreds of passengers and crew members escaped on lifeboats as flames engulfed the ship. The vessel is now in danger of sinking off the coast of Africa. The Achille Lauro, of course, made news back in 1985 after Palestinian terrorists hijacked the ship and killed an American passenger.
Back here at home tonight, new information to report about the blood clot that has hospitalized Dan Quayle. Doctors are saying the clot in the former vice president's lung probably developed during airplane rides when Quayle was forced to sit for long periods of time. Quayle is still in the hospital but is expected to be released sometime early next week. We have an update to report now on our exclusive report in last night's news on the race for mayor. I said that the Illinois Attorney General Roland Burris is just about to declare his candidacy formally for mayor, and that he's trying to force Joe Gardner out of the race to avoid splitting up the black vote. Well, today Gardner responded to that report but didn't say very much.
The only thing I can say is that we've been in constant communication and we'll stay in communication. I'm not going to divulge when and where, because these were conversations and communications that are important in order to maintain unity, and at the appropriate time, I'm sure that we will both be rendering some statement, but that today is not the appropriate time.
Well, I can't decide for him.
Mayor, do you support an
it's up to them. I have nothing to do.
Well, easy for him to say that. The more he can keep those 2 guys at each other's throats, the more he can divide up the African-American vote.
Who do you think he'd like to face?
Oh, between the 2? No question about it. He would much rather run against Joe Gardner than Roland Burris. Roland Burris can collect a lot more money than Gardner ever can. I know you think, and you're right, that Gardner probably...
Don't say what you know I think, because what I think is that you never know what's going to happen until the election is actually here.
I thought you were going to say, and I was going to say you're right, that Gardner would be a stronger force in the African-American community than Burris would be. That's what they're saying.
But you need the crossover vote to win.
Right.
Well, we'll see.
Burris has a better chance of winning than Gardner. But you know what my bet
right
is?
now, no, don't, later. Later, we can't talk about it right now.
I love to talk about it.
Other stories. Powerball fever is reaching a fever pitch tonight. Would-be millionaires are salivating over the $95 million jackpot. Tickets for the lottery game are selling at a rate of more than 10,000 tickets a minute, and that means plenty of Illinois residents are crossing the borders to fork over big bucks. Just about every Powerball player, of course, has already spent their winnings.
I feel lucky today, and I hope I win because I need the money. It's going to take me a good trip.
I'd give some money to charity, help my family out, invest some money.
Probably a very expensive Christmas for everybody. I'd be buying everybody gifts.
Well, before you buy those gifts, though, remember the odds of winning tonight's drawing, 1 in nearly 55 million. Tonight's $95 million jackpot is the second largest in Powerball's history. The biggest jackpot was $111 million, won in 1993 by a teacher from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you want to know the lucky number, stay right here on Fox. We're going to put the winning combination on the screen as soon as I buy it. I mean, as soon as the balls are drawn at 10 o'clock. Still to come. Are there problems in the...
You want to hear more about the mayor's race?
No, not in the commercial break. Okay. Are there problems in the marriage between Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley?
Also tonight, a brutal attack on the rapper Tupac Shakur.
Roseanne is planning her wedding, but she may also have to get a baby's room ready.
And the woman who says that President Clinton sexually harassed her wins a round in court to stop the publication of some nude photos.
Hi, I'm Dan Jiggets. Coming up later in sports, we'll have a live report from the Bears Hotel up in Minneapolis as they prepare to take on the Vikings tomorrow night. And the Bulls and the Suns are going at it at the stadium. We'll have those stories and more coming up later in sports.
I'm Mike Chalinas. Hey, we finally got some sunshine into the area today, but it was an awfully chilly sunshine as temperatures struggle to reach only the mid-30s across the area. However, fear not, for you warm weather fans, relief is in sight. How warm will it get? The forecast is on the way.
An explosive case. I didn't rape that girl. Turns cop against cop. Case is closed. End of story. Teddy Pendergrass guest star.
Thursday at 8 on Fox 32.
Bob and Mary Ann take a trip to the vet.
Lassie here has a problem. He's not urinating very well, but we're hoping that will resolve fairly soon.
I think you're checking the wrong part of her body.
Fox Thing in the Morning, man's best friend.
Imagine Eddie here is an AT&T digital answering system.
Beep, Monday, 9 a.m.
And Fred is your traditional answering machine.
Beep.
With AT&T digital technology, you can retrieve any of Eddie's messages instantly. With Fred, well...
Don't rush me.
The incredibly dependable AT&T digital answering system 1720 from Service Merchandise has no tapes to break, many easy-to-use features, and is just $79.83. So get to Service Merchandise now, because suddenly you can make things a lot easier.
Coming up on Fox News, Michael Jackson's cutting a record, but is Lisa Marie cutting out? Rumors of Splitsville and Hitsville, coming up in The Buzz.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
For business-related gifts that are sure to please, do your holiday shopping at Office Max, where everything we sell comes with our low price guarantee.
Taking it to the max.
Stock up on 3-packs of BASF T120 videotapes for your VCR or camcorder. And working at your desk is better for your back with the Curvecraft Executive Lumbar Chair with soft leather seat and back.
Office Max, taking it to the max.
What can we legally say about the incredible power and handling of the Eagle Vision? We're going to find out, because today we're with the law firm of Goober, Bowler, and Pez. Pez. What do you think?
No comment at this time.
What about you guys, lawyers?
At the end of it tonight.
Enjoy the ride?
Off the record? Yes.
And what do you think of Vision's lease price?
I say lease rates do not include title, taxes, license, and
And dealer prices may vary. Just see your Eagle dealer.
Lease Vision for $239 a month at your Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Rapper actor Tupac Shakur is recovering tonight after being shot 5 times during a robbery in New York City. Police are searching for the 3 gunmen who attacked Shakur and 3 others in the lobby of a Manhattan recording studio. Officers say Shakur was shot while trying to fight off his assailants. Shakur is listed in serious but stable condition tonight at New York's Bellevue Hospital. And this shooting comes just as a New York jury is deciding Shakur's fate in a sexual assault trial.
A judge of a federal court is ordering the Penthouse magazine to hold off publishing nude photos of Paula Jones. She is the Arkansas woman who is suing President Clinton for sexual harassment. She's now suing Penthouse to block the magazine from printing nude photos taken by an old boyfriend. Magazine officials say that Jones's lawsuit comes too late because thousands of issues have already been mailed to subscribers. A hearing on the matter, nonetheless, is scheduled for tomorrow.
Is it Splitsville for Michael and Lisa Marie? Well, that's the latest rumor causing lip flap among gossip types. But does this look like a couple on the skids? Jackson's publicist says the couple is happier than ever and is going to spend the holiday, I don't know which one, together with Lisa Marie's 2 children.
Well, the rumor that we received this morning, we started receiving calls that Michael Jackson had filed for an annulment against Lisa Marie. And I'm here to tell you it is absolutely unequivocally untrue. Michael and Lisa love one another. Michael and Lisa are with one another. So please let them be.
The publicist says Michael and Lisa Marie are truly hurt by the rumors. Michael Jackson is, of course, here in Chicago recording his new album with R. Kelly, while Mrs. Jackson is resting in sunny California.
And more news in our section on less important news. If you plan to attend Roseanne's wedding on Valentine's Day, you might want to bring a baby shower gift along with the wedding present. She's revealed that she has been artificially inseminated with her fiancé's sperm. She should know if she's pregnant within 2 weeks. If not, she says that she'll try again. She had tried to have children with her soon-to-be ex, Tom Arnold, but could not conceive.
The 6th annual Christmas is for Kids Rock and Roll Charity Auction is underway tonight at the Park West. Our own Amy Scott is co-hosting the event, but she took a few minutes off to join us live at her real job with a look at the action. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Robin, how you doing? Right now, behind me, Jeff Brown, the auctioneer, is auctioning off a doll given to the Christmas is for Kids Foundation by Courtney Love. It's Frances Bean Cobain's doll, and right now they're up to $525 on that doll. They've been auctioning off all sorts of great rock and roll memorabilia all night long, and it's for such a good cause. I'm here with Cheryl Holtzman, who is the executive director of Christmas is for Kids, correct? Tell me, how does the money raised here get to Chicago's homeless and abused children?
Volunteers actually go shopping for the kids. We get their wish list. Our volunteers, armed with those wish lists, go tooling through those aisles. They shop for the kids according to their wishes, and then we deliver them to the shelters in time for Christmas.
That is such a cool thing. Really, thank you so much for doing this. It's such a cool thing. Plus, there's so many great things. It's Christmas is for Kids. Christmas is also for rock and roll fans. Fans like this guy right here. What is your name, sir?
Tom Krieger. I purchased the script from Melrose Place, autographed by the entire cast.
The entire cast. Check this out. Can you get a shot of the script? How much did you pay for this?
I paid $275.
$275 is like nothing. I would have paid that for Heather Locklear. No, Grant Show maybe.
Right, I would have too.
And the photograph. That's great. What else do we have? Liza's Shoe. What's your name? Wendy. And how much did you pay for Liza's?
$375.
$375. Very good deal. One more. The guitar from who?
Mark Larson.
Where'd you get the guitar?
Up on stage.
All right. And you paid how much?
$500.
All right. Well, that's it for now. From the Rock and Roll Charity Auction, Christmas is for Kids. Back to you guys in the studio.
Okay. Thank you, Amy. Christmas is for kids.
And here we are, Amy, ready to look into the weather. Mike will be along in a minute to tell us about a rather pleasant change.
Good. Also, we're going to have to dig deeper in our pockets, probably, to mail a first-class letter pretty soon.
Shoppers are snapping up Power Ranger toys almost as fast as they're put on the shelves. We'll tell you where you can still get a toy for your tot.
And you're only as old as you feel, the old saying goes, but doctors are working to reverse the aging process. I'll have a special report that'll shock you.
Fox News Chicago is brought to you in part by Sprint.
Sprint is proud to announce the launching of the first international calling plan that is truly global. Introducing Sprint Worldwide. 20% savings on anyone, anywhere you call, at any time, forever. In America and everywhere.
Okay, get me in now. It's not funny. I mean it, people.
Sprint Worldwide. Far and away, the world's first truly global calling plan.
For the University of Chicago Hospitals, I'm Nancy Baird. Physicians here are constantly in the news with breakthroughs. Recently, they helped unlock one of the key mysteries of cancer. They're even working on ways to grow new heart muscle after a heart attack. And they're continually delivering new, better treatments for diseases like asthma, arthritis, and digestive disorders. One of these physicians can be your physician. That's good to know.
The University of Chicago Hospitals. Call if you'd like to learn more. Coming up on Fox News, they've conquered TV, toy stores, and kids around the world. Meet the newest Power Rangers. Coming up.
My nickname at Walmart is the Singing Cashier. Singing is something I enjoy doing. It brings out the Christmas joy in a person. I sing to my customers. Each time they come in the store, I'm always singing. And not only that, when they leave, I'm singing, so. And they walk away with the biggest smile on their face, like, wow. And not only makes me happy, but it makes them happy also. Knowing that, hey, she did it for me, you know.
We try to make your day a little brighter. Holiday time or any time.
That's my definition of Christmas spirit.
The safety and traction of Quattro all-wheel drive. Child seat safety locks. No charge scheduled maintenance. Only one German luxury car offers all this, all at a price that's thousands less than you'd expect. The new Audi A6. Because somebody has to pave the way.
The cost of mailing a first-class letter is likely to jump to 32 cents early next year. The Postal Rate Commission is recommending that 3-cent increase. The governing board will make a final decision before the first of the year. 20 years ago, it only cost a dime to mail a letter.
But I didn't know anybody in any other cities to mail a letter to 20 years ago. Time for a check on the weather. For that, we're going to go to Mike Killinas. Hi, Mike.
Beautiful day out there today, Robin. Plenty of sunshine, but it was awfully chilly sunshine. Temperatures only managing to make it up to 35 degrees here, which is beneath the normal high for this time of the year. Take a look at a satellite photo showing us still to be in the clear skies right now. Nice little patch of clear sky stretching from the UP of Michigan all the way southward. High pressure is the one that we can generally thank for all that sunshine for today. Unfortunately, there's another huge storm system that is brewing out to the west of us, providing heavy-duty winds that are now hitting the coast of portions of California, as well Oregon and Washington. Out ahead of the system, there's a little warm front. As it starts to move our way tonight, we will pick up some cloud cover, but I think it will be uneventful cloud cover. Not looking for any rain showers at all tonight, or really tomorrow for that matter. Outside right now, though, out ahead of that system, skies are still clear with a quadfecta. If that indeed is such a word, I guess trifecta is a word, so why not quadfecta? 30-degree temperatures now from Milwaukee to O'Hare, all the way down to Midway, and as well, Gary. The warm spot, 34 degrees along the lakefront, with nice southerly breezes at 10 miles an hour across the area. There you see the high again, cool today, 35 degrees the morning low at 23 degrees. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up to quite a bit of cloud cover across the area. As this warm front continues to steam off towards the north and east, though, we'll see some sunshine by day's end, and dare I say, warmer air will push across the area. How much warmer is it going to be? Wait no further. The 40s will push on up to the north. 50s will push across our area, and I think it's not inconceivable that in your own backyard thermometer that perhaps by Friday we could see these 60s kind of wiggle and waggle right into the area. Maybe upper 50s for sure, though. Here is the forecast for the rest of tonight. Increasing cloud cover. That will come late tonight. 27 degrees for the overnight low. Then for tomorrow, some clouds early, then some sunshine. The big emphasis, though, will be on warmer temperatures and windy conditions. Winds out of the southwest at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Along with that, temperatures in the 50s. Not bad. Here is the 5-day outlook. That frontal system will come steaming our way for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. A chance for showers each and every day. Temperatures then will drain off to 40 degrees by Monday, but boy, I'll tell you what, for tomorrow and Friday, not bad. Enjoy it. Robin?
If you're a parent or an auntie or an uncle or are associated with kids in any way, it is your absolute duty, unfortunately, to know as much as possible about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And it is our duty, since we are Fox and we carry the show, to bring you periodic updates on America's #1 kids show. David Rose has tonight's Power Ranger report.
These are the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The colors are mostly the same, but some of the faces have changed. These three are the new Rangers this year, but the most popular is Tommy the Ex-Green Ranger, who returned as the powerful new White Ranger.
I get to ride in the Zord now, the white Tiger Zord, so I get to sit in it and the balls and Tiger Zord power. Now that's probably the cool part. I like that.
The White Zord may be cool to ride, but in most cases, hard to buy. The popularity of this Power Ranger has toy stores scrambling to keep up with the demand.
Every kid is demanding that new action figure, and every parent is going crazy looking for it.
We received, 68. We received 17 boxes. They were gone probably in an hour and a half.
Really, really hard to get. White Ranger, that's the hard one and the best one.
We need to be here as soon as the shipment comes in.
So I guess I'll be here tomorrow again.
Right now we're starting to receive trucks every day.
With Christmas coming out, we get trucks in like 3 times a week. Almost every truck has something Power Ranger on it.
Also new this year to the Power Rangers are Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, who replaced Trini, Jason, and Zach when they went on to other projects.
If someone would have told me a year ago that I would be a Power Ranger, I probably wouldn't have believed it.
My instructor showed me like a newspaper thing saying that they're looking for more people, right? And then he just said he thought I could pull it off. I was living in Dallas and I was teaching martial arts at a karate school, and I had just heard from some buddies of mine about this Power Ranger tryout thing, and I was, it could be bogus, but it wasn't.
I like it a lot. The new guys are really cool, and I don't know, I like working with them. It's fun.
It sure looks like fun. So much fun, a lot of kids want to copy the cool moves. Many martial arts schools in Chicago say it's the best thing for their business since the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now they want to be like the Power Rangers, so a lot of the kids, the 3 to 6-year-old kids, have been coming in for that same reason. They come in and they come in supercharged. They want to be like the Rangers, the black, yellow Ranger. And
I like their cool moves. There's like 6 tornado kicks without touching the ground.
I like the moves the most.
Make sure I explain to the kids the difference between what you see on TV and the difference between martial arts here. And they know what the difference between good and bad is. And that's important. They know that.
This warning for parents and for Santa: if you need a Power Ranger or a million of them for under the Christmas tree, you got to get up mighty early in the morning. Toys R Us and FAO Schwartz, the biggies, say their Power Rangers sell out in a matter of minutes after their doors open. It brings back memories of the old Cabbage Patch doll craze, but hopefully we won't have any Power Rangers riots. But there's one accessory. There's a white sword that apparently is almost impossible. It's got a name. I don't remember what the name is, and fortunately nobody in my house wants it, so it's almost possible to get. Coming up, a Fox...
You want to hear more about the mayor's race?
Not about the mayor's race, not right now. Coming up, a Fox Focus report on efforts to reverse the aging process.
The fountain of youth. Plastic surgery may soon be a way of the past. We now may be able to work on the aging process from the inside out.
Also, last winter was brutal sometimes. Can we expect more of the same this year? Jim Timmel will give us the best guess on the upcoming Windy City winter.
And this is not your typical Cracker Jack prize, but it is real. We'll tell you how you can win a diamond ring from a Cracker Jack box.
Fox News Chicago, brought to you by Starbucks.
A blend of traditions. Starbucks Christmas Blend is here. Here are more things to be happy about. Being world champ, snooze buttons, a friendly smile, and a health plan with good doctors close to home. Be happy, be healthy. Humana.
Do you have a dishwasher in your house?
Kenmore Ultra Wash dishwashers are on sale, starting at $329.99.
That's a good price for dishwasher.
And get a free gourmet gift.
You should buy one.
Coming up on Fox News, Robin Robinson talks with doctors who say age is a disease and they can cure it. How to stay forever young. Coming up.
This weekend at Evans, save 40 to 60% on furs. Plus, get this, take an extra 10% off. There's spectacular mink, beaver, and more. You can choose from the entire holiday fur collection, and you'll save 40 to 60%. Plus, this weekend only, you take an extra 10% off. Elegance is on sale now at Evans.
The elegance of Evans.
MCI has important news that will have the whole world talking. Now, Friends Around the World gives you the lowest priced international calls to any 3 numbers you choose. And not just for a limited time. You'll get great savings every day of the week, every week of the year, to more than 280 countries and places worldwide. It's never been easier to call the people you choose. Call MCI today and join Friends Around the World. It's the best way in the world to save.
We at Oldsmobile don't like to boast, but our 88 was just named a Consumer's Digest Best Buy for the 5th straight year. No other full-size car has ever done that. But then no other full-size car has dual airbags, ABS, and a 205-horsepower V6 in such an attractive package for such an attractive price. Exactly. So when should we expect you? It's your money.
Sounds kind of curious what they're saying about new age technology being lighting the way on the way to younger age.
It's an age-old quest, Walter. People have been looking for a way to cheat father time ever since we realized that time cheats us of youthfulness. Of course, most of those people have been charlatans selling snake oil, but in recent years it's become a legitimate and growing medical specialty. Scientists who say we're on the verge of not just living longer, but looking and feeling forever young.
What a drag it is getting old.
We believe that aging is a reversible condition.
We'll be able to slow the clock and reverse some of the changes of aging.
You're able to see demonstrable changes in elderly individuals by as much as 20 years.
20 years younger? What is happening here? Have scientists finally succeeded where legendary explorers failed?
Well, it's not the entire fountain, but it's certainly a few sips from the fountain of youth.
What do we see with aging? We see a loss of tightness in the neck muscles. These become lax. Some fat accumulates in the neck area. Those nice high cheeks tend to come down a little bit. The nose will continue to grow and get droopy.
Yeah, eventually gravity gets us all, but does it have to get us so soon? Well, not according to doctors here at the Longevity Institute in New Jersey. They're on the cutting edge of technology that claims to halt, even reverse signs of old age.
One of the first things that we will look at on patients, we will take a piece of very, very small piece of skin.
That sample of skin is one of your biomarkers, a measurement of age that's more meaningful than years, so doctors can chart your progress on the road back to youth.
What we're looking at doing within the next 5 to 10 years maximum is to be able to initially slow the internal aging clock and then very, very soon afterwards be able to stop some of the processes of aging.
So how do you and I turn back time? Vitamins, minerals, diet and exercise, and drugs.
One drug that appears to have a very impressive slate of results is human growth hormone, which we all have naturally in our bodies, just as we naturally have insulin. As we grow older, the amount of human growth hormone that we have in our bodies begins to decline. And in some cases, it stops altogether. And those are the people who grow old very rapidly. By replacing human growth hormone, you can start seeing the regression of the aging process, the actual turning back the clock, so to speak.
Right now, you can't get human growth hormone in the U.S., except in federally approved experimental settings. But
there are many things that are available to the general public. One of them has to do with antioxidant vitamins, vitamin A, C, E, selenium, beta-carotene. The human growth hormone is the hammer. Antioxidants is the feather. But over a long period of time, these things can have just as significant beneficial effects.
Just because doctors are on the cutting edge of new therapies to battle aging internally doesn't mean they've stopped cutting. In fact, the art of plastic surgery is alive, well, and improved in